PMD at pagtakbo bilang Vice Presidente, gaano katotoo ang impormasyon na maghahain din daw ng kanyang kandidatura si Pangulong Duterte ngayong araw ng Lunes para sa pagka-Vice Presidente? Similar question po yan with Lanes Capanti ng GMA News Online, Laila Salaveria ng Inquirer at Pia Gutierrez ng ABS-CBN.
Ilang oras na laho bago alas 5, malalaman po natin yan bago mag alas 5 ng hapon.
Opo, may follow-up lang po si Laila Salaveria. Paano po nasabi ni Spox na executive branch ang nag-arrest kasi Senate Sergeant at Arms daw po nag-aresto sa kanila. I think ito po yung sa Pharmaly.
Well, I don't think it can be done without the cooperation of the executive branch kasi ang airport po is under the executive branch.
Opo, may follow-up question pa rin po about dito sa pag-file ni Presidente ng sa COMELEC. Follow-up question po ni Lanes Capanti, how do you reconcile this to his previous position that there can only be one Duterte who will run for a national post in 2022?
Hindi pa naman po natin alam kung anong desisyon ng Presidente. No? Malalaman pa lang natin mamayang hapon.
Opo. Follow-up question naman po ni Laila Salaveria, why is he considering it when just a month ago he said he would retire from politics and would heed the overwhelming sentiment of the public against his candidacy for Vice President?
Premature question po dahil as I said, no, mamaya pa lang po natin malalaman kung anong plano ng Presidente.
Opo. Ito, sir, yung second question niya, medyo nasagot niyo na, pero basahin ko na lang po, baka may madagdag kayo. Kumusta daw po ang relasyon ng mag-amang Pangulong Duterte at Mayor Sara? Sinabi kasi ng Pangulo na dismayado at hindi niya nagustuhan ang desisyon ni Mayor Sara na tumakbo bilang Vice Presidente, lalo pat number 1 ito sa survey. Ibig ba sabihin nito ay hindi kinonsulta ni Mayor Sara ang Pangulo sa kanyang naging desisyon na tumakbo bilang Vice Presidente?
Well, alam niyo po, pag malinaw naman ang sinabi ni Presidente, hindi na ako dapat maghimasok pa. No? Siguro nga po may konting tampo, pero I can assure you po, apple of his eyes si Mayor Sara sa paningin po ni Presidente.
Opo. Ang susunod pong tanong, aasahan na ba ng publiko na makikita ang isang Hari Roque na tatakbo na sa pagkasenador at magbibitiw bilang tagapagsalita ng Pangulo? Kung sakali, sino ang magiging kapalit ninyo? Tanong po yan ni similar question with Pia Gutierrez. Ang follow-up naman po ni Lanes Capanti, would you have pursued a Senate bid if you succeeded in your bid to sit in International Law Commission? At
Well, let me defer answering that question po until mamaya.
Opo. Pero ang follow-up po ni Pia, what made you decide to run for senator?
Hindi pa nga ako nakakasagot po eh.
Opo.
So maya-maya lang po.
Opo. Thank you, Secretary.
Well, anyway, since wala na po tayong... meron pa po, Maricel Halili ng TV5.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hi, sir. Magandang hapon po.
Magandang
Sir,
hapon.
is this your last press conference as a presidential spokesperson?
I'll answer that later po.
Okay. Sir, there has been a lot of theories na President, or actually there was a previous announcement that President Duterte will be filing his COC for Vice President today. And we all know that Mayor Sara has already filed her COC for VP. Ito pong mga ganitong narratives, don't you find this confusing that in a way it can be advantageous to the opposition because of the concept or interpretation na baka mamaya meron ng divided na yung admin?
Well, as far as perception is concerned po, depende naman kung gano'ng kalakas talaga ang oposisyon. No? Kung talaga naturing ang mahina ang oposisyon, walang epekto. No? Pero gaya na aking sinabi, antayin na lang po natin ang pinal na desisyon ng Presidente kasi hanggang naghain siya ng Certificate of Candidacy, hindi po talaga natin alam kung anong kasagutan. Pero tama po kayo, no? Maraming naguguluhan sa mga pangyayari, pero pagdating po ng alas 5 ng araw nito, malinaw na po ang kamada. Wala na pong pagbabago dyan pagdating na alas 5 ng hapon.
Sir, you said that you were able to talk to President Duterte. Were you also able to talk to Mayor Sara? Can you give us details kung ano po yung napag-usapan ninyo? Is this about your candidacy or the party?
Yes po, nakausap ko na rin po si Mayor Sara and I will let her do the talking.
Sir, if ever, although wala pa po kayong announcement, but if ever na you make it to the Senate, will you support the abolition of the substitution system? Well, of course, merong exception na yung mga candidate na who may pass away or who may be seriously ill. But on your part, will you support the abolition of the substitution system?
What I will support is to shorten the period from the time of filing of the certificate of candidacy and the election period. Wala po akong nakikitang dahilan kung bakit napakatagal naman yung last day of filing at saka yung start ng election period. Dapat po siguro paiklian yung period na yan if we are to do away with the substitution.
Sir, panghuli na lamang po, don't you see anything wrong about the substitution system? Hindi po ba ito masyadong naaabuso nowadays?
Wala naman po kasi nasa batas po yan, legal po yan. So pag legal po, walang pag-abuso.
Ay, sorry sir, pahabol. May decision na po ba tungkol dun sa holiday yung November 29 na December 1?
Awaiting news pa rin po from the Office of the President.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Maricel. Yusek Roque, please.
Yes, Secretary, may pahabol lang pong tanong si Pia Gutierrez. Ano daw pong time yung announcement ni Spox about sa plan ni Presidente para po sa VP at saan daw po ang venue?
May git kumulang po, 2:30 ng hapon sa Comelec po.
Opo, ito naman po follow-up ni Ace Romero ng Philippine Star. If the President really wants to retire from politics, why did he even consider seeking another post?
Premature question po kasi hindi pa po natin alam kung ano talagang magiging final na desisyon ng ating Presidente.
Opo. From MJ Blanca Flor ng Daily Tribune, will President Duterte announce his decision on face shield policy today? Pareho po sila ng tanong ni Pia Gutierrez ng ABS-CBN.
Siguradong sigurado po sasagutin ni Presidente ang issue ng face shield mamaya sa Talk to the People.
Opo, yung second question niya, nasagot niyo na yung Talk to the People. Yung third question niya, nasagot na rin po ninyo about yung posibleng Senate bid. Pero ang follow-up po niya dito ay, susunod na lang po magtatanong ay si Trish Terada ng CNN Philippines.
Go ahead, Trish.
Hi, good afternoon, Spokesari. Thank you, Yusek Roque. Sir, first question, follow-up ko lang, sir, dun sa tanong ni Laila kanina about yung sa na aresto yung dalawang formerly executives doon sa Davao City because you answered na ang pumigil sa kanila is the executive branch. Just a bit of correction, sir. Paano po naging executive branch yung pumigil? Because we're reading reports na Senate po yung pumigil sa kanila. Senate Sergeant of Arms.
Well, obviously, the airport is under authority of the executive branch. So, it could have been ignored, no? Pinayagan dapat silang lumipad kung gugustuhin, no? Pero hindi nga po sila pinayagan lumipad.
But under the terms, sir, that the Sergeant at Arms was able to prevent that. Tama po ba?
Yes, but it could have been ignored by the executive if it wanted to. So we abided with the rule of law. Sinunod po natin ang contempt powers ng Senado. Kaya I'm saying it's the executive also that should be attributed to this act. Dahil pwede po silang pinalipad kung gugustuhin ng airport authorities.
Mm-hmm. Sir, sa issue na ng politics, with all the substitutions happening, many tend to feel that the government or yung mga politiko are playing with the sentiments of people. With all these happenings, sir, hindi ba reflective, sir, ng yung mga substitution nangyayari ng kawalan ng capacity to decide ng, for example, future leaders or current leaders and insincerity? Kasi nga po, di ba, simula pa lang, dapat sigurado na sila kung anong dapat nilang takbuhan.
Well, gaya na aking sinabi po, no, legal po yan. Nasa batas po yan. Wala pong nagko-question kung illegal yan. Yan po ay allowed under the law. Now, may mga suhestyon na tanggalin na yung substitution, hindi pa po yan na nasa sa batas. No? So the old rule remains. Ang aking position nga po, kung tatanggalin natin yung substitution, wag naman napakalayo kasi nung last day of filing doon sa start ng election period. Sa ngayon po, ang naging last day of filing, kung di ako nagkakamali, Oktubre, ang start ng campaign period, hindi ako nagkakamali, ay February, no? So napakahaba naman ng panahon na 'yon, no? Siguro dapat gawin natin ang last day of filing talaga dahil ang kinakailangan lang naman yung lead time para ma-print ang balota, gawin nating once and for all November na siguro, no? Nang maalis na yung substitution.
Mm-hmm. Sir, legally correct, but is it morally right na baga nalilito yung mga tao, parang napapaglaruan yung mga tao with how the politicos are deciding?
I do not answer issues of morality. I leave that to the people in their sovereign capacity. That's a political question.
Sir, dun lang po sa ILC, what do you think could be the meaning, or what could be the perception, sir, ng ibang bansa sa atin with the failure, sir, for us to be able to secure a seat in the ILC, rather, sir?
Well, alam niyo po, ang huling beses na nanalo tayo sa General Assembly ay 1997. And before that, panahon pa po ni Marcos, si Justice Bengzon. Ang karanasan ko po, the currency for UN General Assembly resolutions, quid pro quo. Without quid pro quo, hindi kayo mananalo.
Sir, I understand mamaya niyo po sana i-announce yung decision niyo, sir, but we already received information that you are going to be substituting for Senator. Sir, if you may, bakit po yung naging decision? Why did your decision heavily relied na lang, sir, even if wala pang announcement? Why did your decision heavily relied on the President and Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte? Hindi po ba, sir, yung pagtakbo usually dapat it comes from our own resolve that we are willing to serve regardless of what other people or our superiors would say, sir?
Tama po yun, pero meron din tayong tinatawag na may isang salita.
Sir, yung changes na nakikita natin, are the admin candidates feeling or seeing that there is a threat kaya po may last-minute movement?
Hindi po. That's allowed by law. So pabayada lang po natin yan. And let's leave it to Congress, no?
Sir, final question dun sa face shield. Marami pong nagtatanong, sir, bakit po hindi na lang mag-decide once and for all kung talagang i-repeal na po itong policy on face shield? What's taking it so long? Years na rin naman po na in-apply natin itong face shield policy.
Well, ang sinasabi ko lang naman po, antayin natin ang anunsyo ng Presidente mamayang gabi. Mamayang gabi na po yan.
Alright, thank you very much, Spox.
Maraming salamat, Trish. Yusek Roque again, please.
Opo. Sir, habol ko lang yung tanong ni MJ Blanca Flor ng Daily Tribune. Will you support the running mate of Mayor Sara or the presidential bet of President Duterte? Pareho po sila ng tanong ni Pia Gutierrez ng ABS-CBN.
Siguro po, as presidential spokesperson, I'd rather not comment on that. But let's see po if in some later time, I will be in a position to comment. But as presidential spokesperson, I go by what the president says. It is Senator Go for president, and I cannot see the president supporting anyone else for vice president other than Mayor Sara Duterte.
Tanong po mula kay Rose Novenario ng Hataw, malinaw sa omnibus election rules for government employees na hindi maaaring mangampanya para sa mga kandidato. Wala bang authority ang department head na gawin ang nararapat upang masiguro na ang mga subordinates niya ay hindi engaged sa electioneering tulad ng pag-post sa SOCMED ng pag-endorso at pag-reject ng mga kandidato?
Well, alam ko po yung pagbabawal na yan, hindi po sakop dyan ang mga heads of departments, no, yung mga cabinet members. Malinaw na po yan. No? Pero para dun sa mga sakop ng civil service law, may proseso po kung gusto nyo magreklamo.
Apo. From Pia Gutierrez, what support will the President give you in your campaign?
Hindi ko po alam. Wala pa naman po tayong announcement.
Pia Gutierrez pa rin po, in your campaign, how do you plan to answer criticisms that you have compromised your principles for political gain? Do you regret being spokesman for President Duterte?
Never po, because a president is duly elected by the people and serving a person who has been given the mandate to rule by the people is serving the people. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Okay, Ivan Mayrina, please, GMA 7.
Magandang hapon, Spox. I raised again 2 points. When he announced his retirement from politics, he said that it was in response to 60% of people surveyed that they think it's in violation of the Constitution if he runs for vice president. And also, he said that there should only be one Duterte in the elections of 2022. I know you might say that this is a premature question, but I would ask, what changed? Why are we now talking about the possibility of the president running for, whatever position?
Highly speculative at this point, Ivan, because hindi pa nga natin alam ang desisyon ng presidente. But let me add that as a lawyer, it is my view that it is not unconstitutional for a sitting president to run for vice president.
Or senator, for that matter.
Or for senator, for that matter.
Okay. Sir, the president was displeased, at the very least, if not angry, with the Saturday's turn of events. And that is reportedly cooked up by the camps of former Senator Bongbong Marcos and former President Gloria Arroyo. What happens now to the relationship of the President with Marcoses and the Arroyos? Do they remain as allies, or has that alliance ended last Saturday?
I do not know. But as presidential spokesperson, I only care about the president and his relationship with the daughter. Alam naman nating lahat na may mga pamilya na family ties will prevail against all odds.
Okay. One last point, sir. What does the palace say to comments that all these last-minute substitutions are a mockery of the electoral process and that it's only the latest in a series of plot twists, political gimmick na parang pinagloloko yung mga tao?
Wala pong pagloloko dahil yan po ay allowed sa ating batas. Kaya nga po antayin natin ang desisyon ng Kongreso kung anong gagawin dito sa rule on substitution. Sa ngayon po, yan po ay legal.
Salamat, Spox. Good luck.
Okay, maraming salamat. Ivan, Hannah Sancho, please.
Hi, Secretary. Good afternoon. Sir, dun sa recent interview kay President Duterte sa isang Ivan at sinabi po niya na si Senator Bongbong Marcos, kaya hindi niya susuportahan ito, hindi niya mabigyan kanyang suporta. Dahil nga, pareho daw sila ni Lenny o ni Vice President Robredo. At ang sinabi niya na pro-communist daw si Senator Bongbong Marcos and Lenny Robredo. Sir, i-can clarify, sir, kung talagang si Bongbong Marcos talaga ay pro-communist po as per President Duterte na statement.
Hannah, you know, I've learned through almost 2.5 years of being Spox, when the president is clear, I don't add, I don't subtract, I don't interpret. So let it remain po kung anong sinabi ng presidente.
Alright. He also said, si Vice President Lenny Robredo, ang sinabi niya that address daw ng terrorism, ang nais niyang isulong isang full of government approach po. Ang NTF-ELCAC sinasabi po nila na whole of government approach ang ginagawa nila to address communism and terrorism sa bansa. Nagkulang po ba ang NTF-ELCAC, ang Administrasyon Duterte, dito sa pagsusunod ng whole of government approach?
Hindi ko po alam kung anong sinasabi ni Lenny Robredo, ni Vice President Lenny Robredo, pero ang kanyang solution po in my mind is very clear as fog.
Right. Sir, na-mention nyo kanina may sama ng loob, no? Si President Duterte doon sa desisyon ni Mayor Sara na tumakbo as Vice President. Sir, whatever is yung decision ng Pangulo today, I'd like to ask sir kung nagkaroon po ba ng pag-uusap ang mag-ama, kung ano man ang magiging desisyon ng Pangulo ngayong araw po.
Ang sabi po ng presidente, hindi po sila nagkakausap ni Mayor Sara.
As of today po sir, hindi pa po
Apo.
sila nag-usap bago po siya pupunta ng COMELEC ngayon.
Apo, wala pong pag-uusap.
Alright, thank you sir.
Okay, thank you, Hannah. Back to you, Sec. Roque, please.
Yes, Secretary, may pahabol pong tanong si Laila Salaveria. You said before you will run for the Senate if Mayor Sara will run for President. Is she running for President?
Ang hinain po niyang certificate of candidacy ay para vice-presidente.
Okay. Thank you, Secretary.
Okay. So, sasagutin ko na po ang inyong katanungan. Ito na po ang huling araw na makakasama niyo ako bilang inyong presidential Spox, IATF Spox at Spox ng Bayan. Kung inyong matatandaan, bumalik naman po ako bilang Spox sa gitna ng pandemya noong 1 taon para magbigay linaw sa panahon ng kalituhan. Masaya akong mission accomplished na po tayo, ha? Iiwan ko ang trabaho ko na mas mabuti kumpara sa ating nadatnan. Nasa 100% na po ang vaccination coverage ng Metro Manila. Mahigit 20% na ang NCR, ang epicentro ng COVID-19 ay fully vaccinated na. Nasa mahigit 40% na po ang fully vaccinated sa buong Pilipinas. Malapit na marating ang population protection. Ang healthcare utilization rate po natin, base sa ating piniresenta kanina, ay nasa below 40% na lamang. Nagawa po natin ang ingat buhay. Ngayon naman po ay poprotektahan natin ang hanap buhay. Alam niyo po yung ingat buhay, nagawa po natin yan dahil nga po dun sa ating isinabatas nung tayo po ay kongresista sa 17th Congress sa pamamagitan ng universal healthcare. At ngayon po, dahil sa ating panukalang batas na ngayon na batas, may libreng bakuna at mayroong libreng PCR test para sa ilan. Pero gaya ng aking nabanggit at kinutsa pa nga ako ng ilan, hindi po pwede na palibasa merong pandemya, mawawala naman ng hanap buhay ang marami sa atin. kinakailangan po, dahil magtatagal pa ang epekto ng COVID, na mabuhay tayo kasama ang COVID. Kaya nga po sa mulat-mula, ang akin sinasabi dito sa Office of the Presidential Spokesperson, kinakailangan po mag-ingat buhay para sa hanap buhay. At yan naman po ang dahilan kung bakit babalik po tayo sa larangan ng politika, babalik po sana tayo sa Kongreso ng Pilipinas, dun po sa Kamara ng Senado. Nagpaalam na po ako kay Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte at kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte para sa panibagong hamon na aking haharapin mula sa inyong pagiging spokes ay nais ko pong maging action man sa Senado. Bago tayo magtapos, magpapasalamat lang po ako sa lahat ng aking nakasama rito po sa Office of the Presidential Spokesperson. Sa OPS hanggang sa mga kasama natin sa Malacanang Press Corps, sa RTVM, sa PTV, Yusek Roque, I love you, Radyo Pilipinas, Philippine Information Agency, Malacanang Records Office, transcribers, photographers ng NIB, Presidential Photographers Division, PSG, particular sa S3 at sa buong Pilipinas na tumangkilik sa atin. May isang tanong po, may kinalaman daw po ang aking pagtakbo doon sa ILC. Wala naman po, no? Pero siguro po sabihin na lang natin na dahil nga po ako'y nagkaroon ng isang salita na tatakbo lang ako, kung tatakbo si Mayor Sara, tumakbo na po si Mayor Sara. Kinakailangan panindigan din ang ating nasabing salita. Pero ulitin ko po, no? Ang pagtakbo po natin para itaguyod muli ang ating mga buhay sa pamamagitan po ng pag-iingat buhay. Meron lang pong konting video na hinanda ang aking mga kasama dito sa OPS. Panoorin po natin ito. Magandang tanghali, Pilipinas, at maraming salamat po sa iyong patuloy na pagtangkilik sa ating Presidential Press Briefing.
Ang ating Presidential Spokesperson, Secretary Harry Roque.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Si Harry Roque ang ating Palace spokesperson and magiging Senate action man. Ibigay natin ang todo at buong suporta natin sa kanyang kandidatura para sa Senado. We will see you in the Senate, Senator Harry Roque.
Ito po inyong spokes, Harry Roque, nagsasabi, I love you, Philippines. Picture, picture. Picture, picture. Come on, picture OPS. Come on, let's go, let's go. Let's go, OPS. Go, 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 go. Go, go. Picture. Ito po mga kasama natin sa OPS na hindi nyo nakikita pero sa kada press briefing po, umiikot po ang mga ulo at lahat na bago mag-press briefing. The nameless, faceless persons behind our press briefing po for everyone to see finally. No? Maraming salamat Pilipinas and mabuhay po muli ang ating bayan. Bye-bye! See you, Philippines!
Dito tayo.